here is a question. Let's see if we can find the answer for it. And the question is this: when the path is unclear, is it better to move, to continue, or to stand still? It's a very simple question, and you may face this in your own personal life as life goes on, right? So how does one answer this question? First of all, let's look at the two choices we have. To continue, that's the first thing, right? We have to analyze that. So for example, when the path is unclear, metaphorically, let's take a fog, right? There's fog all around you, it's unclear. Is it better to move on or to stand still? If you move on, then the hurdles in the path becomes clear and apparent to you. But for that to work out, you must move very cautiously and carefully and not rush it, because then you will hurt yourself, right? So in a way, if you stand still, you cannot unravel the path. You must move on and continue. So how the path is unclear becomes apparent. It does not help in vanishing the fog, in the fog's disappearance, but how there are hurdles in the fog will become apparent as you move on and continue, right? That's one thing. So to say, in a way, you continue not to make the path clear, but to get an insight, a clarity into the unclear path. In that way, you can continue even if the path is unclear. And that might be the purpose of it. What this does then is it gives you knowledge of the unclear path. So when the path is clear, you can see how things might go wrong and unclear. So it even prepares you for the clear path. Because during clear path, awareness is very important. Without awareness, the clear path will turn out to be very dangerous and slippery, right? So when you traverse the unclear path, you can get knowledge which will help you to maintain the clear path as well and to stop it from going awry, AWRY. Okay, that's one thing, to continue. But the other option is, we go back to the question, is it better to continue or to stand still when the path is unclear? The other option is to stand still. Okay, now this can work out if the matter seems to be temporary and when you can sense that things will fall in the right place on their own. That's why, and that's when you don't take the risk of continuing and just patiently stand still and let the puzzle complete itself, but then it becomes a question of, can you outlast that event? Then you are fighting time, right? You might collapse as you are standing still, and after you are gone, the fog clears up, but then it's of no use, right? So you are fighting time. Then the question is, can you outlast the fog's clearance? That's when standing still helps, right? Another way to look at the entire thing is that depending on your personality, you might adapt a way, an action. So you might feel like moving on and continuing and taking up the adventure of that, facing it, learning, or if your character is not built that way, then you might just let the chaos go on and somehow defensively survive, right? So based on character, this question can also be answered. Then based on how much dangerous it is to move on or to stand still. Then there's based on time, whether if you walk the path, less time will be required to reach your destination, or if you stand and the path becomes clear on its own and then you walk without falling down and tripping and whatnot. Right? Uh, Another way to look at the question is, life does not wait until the path is clear, right? For example, the baby is always growing, physically first of all, but also mentally. A human being moves on, even though he has no knowledge of the world. He does not know how the trees work, how the weather changes. There's always this continuity to their body, first of all. If you look at it's always growing and becoming better, I think, if you want to call it that. So life does not wait, but there is a choice, I think, in matters a human being gets, right? Whether to act, to continue, or to stand still. Anyway, it's an answer to find for yourself. Ask yourself this question, or look back upon your life, how you have acted, or try to find your personality and determine which will be most suitable for you, to continue or to stay in your position when things are unclear. Another thing about this is, people often think that they should stand still to avoid danger because your path is unclear, right? But that safety is often an illusion. Standing still does not guarantee you safety, because the fog is everywhere and some other danger might approach you. There's a danger lurking in the fog and it will approach you even when you are standing still. Anyway, yeah, I think personally what I would do, personally I would not even consider this question, because I don't think so much is on the line actually. In life in general, everything is passing by, right? So much deliberation and whatnot. I'm not going to even consider such a thing, whether to continue or to understand what I'm trying to say. Anyway, that's it.